such an asshole.
Banging them out like machine gun bullets over here at assholeconsulting.com. And if you want to send your goodwill wishes for sick Cappy, although I think I'm turning the corner, you can send your poor babies over at assholeconsulting.com. Oh. Young man writes, hey, you're a long-time listener. It's actually scary how many times you've articulated thoughts I've had over the years, which is why I'd like your opinion on my situation. 30 years old, single, career in sales. Issue is where I live. I'm outside of a major metropolitan area in the suburbs. Please keep this anonymous, which is yuppie-filled shithole in my opinion. All your normal complaints, weather, cost of living, property taxes, and COVID has made the housing market ridiculous. The people here are truly assholes. I've had trouble making friends and finding a relationship, blah, blah, blah. Same story you've heard. Yeah, but I've never been to that area of the country. I've been near it, but I can tell you I don't want to go to that area. I absolutely do not. I also find it extremely boring here. Weather dictates almost 80% of my lifestyle, and I'm not an outdoorsman. I'm not naive. I don't think relocating somewhere else would be completely solving these issues, but it can't hurt. Here's the issue. In 2019, you made a lot of money. In 2020, during the pandemic, you made slightly not as much money, but still a lot of money working from home. Yes, my job is my only source of income. I've built up my market over the years, so it's less of a grind than it used to be, but unfortunately, my entire book of business is tied to this area. If I leave, I essentially have to start over because any other company, or even if I start my own business, will be reliant upon my book of business here. To top it off, business is seeing a downward trend. My clients are dipshits and just as fickle and squirming as women who are in the dating market. I foresee this getting worse over time. So what would you do? Stay until the bitter end or cut the cord and start somewhere new? I plan on traveling a lot more this year. I have a plan of what I'm going to do, but I appreciate your thoughts. All right, here's the deal. I'm just going through all this. You have a worthless degree, so you're not going to be able to, you're making it now. I doubt you'd be able to do that. You got plenty of money. Why do you have a car loan? Why do people do that? Yeah, here's what I'm going to tell you, man. Look, at your age, it doesn't get any better, okay? Because if I had a job like that, I'd make it count. I'd murder kittens, okay? You have the money. Just be happy with what you got. I know the job sucks, but guess what? Your next job is going to suck. It may even be worse than this current job. You're paid an egregious sum of money. And if you just work that job for like another 5 years and you save your money, you will be set financially and never have to work again. There won't even be the issue of like, well, what should I get for a different job? Because if you give this up now, you give up this opportunity to make a lot of money, which makes your retirement a lot easier. Like one of the things I fear is like going back to work for whatever would be adjusted for inflation, $10, $12 an hour. Where it's like, oh God, and that's where every penny counts. You make significantly more than $10 to $12 an hour. You make a lot more. And I think, yeah, because you don't have a real skill. I mean, you got a real skill in that salesmanship is a skill. You got a network. But if you had to start from zero, yeah, man, you'd be giving up a lot of that money. And it would take you at least 3 years to build back that kind of business. If you're lucky, in 3 years' time, working that, you may not even have to work ever again. So absolutely not. I would not give that up. I know the state sucks. I know the big metro area you're near sucks, even though I've never been there. It doesn't matter. Just make your money and shut up. And then in 4 or 5 years' time, you'll never have to work for anyone ever again. I don't think you realize what an opportunity you got there, that you don't have. You are so close to never having to work for anybody ever again. Like you're that close to FU money. That I think you really got to just bite the bullet. If you have troubles, get this book, How Not to Become a Millennial, and read the book. Your career is not the most important thing in life. And when you read through that chapter, you'll be like, oh. And there you go. So, all right, we got any super chats. If you bail out Cappy, it's not a bailout. It's not a bailout. All right. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.